Hey guys, welcome back to the Paintsville Media YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that red button, turn on notifications. That way you can stay informed of all the great pieces of information and live events, the other things we're putting out on our media channel. Today we're going to talk about 8 tips as it relates to Zoom and Google Meet etiquette. Please stay with us. So we've had a lot of requests for a Google Meet, Zoom etiquette tutorial. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We've got 8 tips for you to improve your experience and everyone else's experience and possibly help you appear just a little bit more professional as it relates to Zoom and Google Meet and those live video chats. So the first thing that we want to do, guys, number one, we want to sign on early. We want to be there ready for that class to start, maybe just a couple minutes ahead of time. I know in our schedule we've built 5 minutes of transition time, so be there early. Don't be that person that shows up 5 minutes late, but be there waiting, prepared, so that when that teacher enters the class, you're ready to go. Number 2, mute your mic on entry. Always mute that mic and keep it muted, unless it's your turn to talk. Number 3, sit yourself in a quiet space with your back against a wall. We don't want to see what's going on behind you. Maybe you have some little brothers or sisters and they're running around, or maybe mom's vacuuming the house. We don't want to see all that. So try to sit yourself in a quiet space with your back against a wall, just so there are no distractions for other students, and it just improves the overall experience for everyone. Okay, so maybe the teacher's called on you and it's your turn to answer a question. So what we want to do then is unmute ourselves, respond to the question. As soon as you're done speaking, mute yourself again. One of the ways that I do this is I use the space bar. If you use the space bar during these meetings, it really improves your ability to mute yourself and then unmute yourself. It's a great tool, so try that one out. Number 5, be an active listener. And what I mean by that is, give a thumbs up, all right? Head nod, yes, I agree. When someone's speaking, you don't have to respond vocally or in the chat. You can do a lot just with your expressions on your face. Take notes, actively take notes. I can't tell you how much that improves the experience for you and the learning experience overall. At some point when you go to college or anywhere else, you're going to be required to take notes. So go ahead and learn to be a good note taker, but take notes so that you appear like you're actively listening. There's nothing worse than to have that student on screen that's looking at a cell phone or another device and they appear distracted. So, be an active listener engaged in the learning process. Number 6, utilize the chat if your teacher allows it. Maybe your teacher is going through an explanation or possibly talking about the lesson for the day and you don't want to interrupt. So use the chat if they allow that. Ask your question there so that you don't have to interrupt the teacher and stop them from speaking. You can also use the chat to maybe correspond with other students. So another student is speaking and they share a great idea. So in the chat I respond, hey, great idea, or really like that thought, or yes, I agree. Okay, just another way to show that you're actively listening. Number 7, use the speaker view so that your teacher or whoever is speaking has that large profile frame. We went through that last week on our tutorial. As opposed to gallery view, speaker view is really going to improve your experience and highlight what that teacher is presenting in a larger format. Look at the camera, not at yourself on the screen. You can see I was looking over to the right at myself on the screen and it just doesn't appear as professional. So make sure you're looking at your camera that is broadcasting your image or your video and your audio. And that's it. Let's use these 8 tips, students, and hopefully improve everyone's overall Zoom or Google Meet experience. Again, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. We're going to be back with more tutorials throughout the first weeks of virtual learning. Love to hear your ideas. If maybe there's a topic we need to cover, shoot us an email. We'd be happy to cover that topic and hopefully improve your overall experience during this virtual learning platform. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.